Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the place where you don't get dealership rehearsals, you don't get overpolished marketing fluff, and you definitely don't get sugar-coated lines. Here, you get the raw, unfiltered truth about cars, the way enthusiasts want to hear it. Today, we're diving deep into the 2026 Geely Emgrand, a sedan that's been getting a lot of attention lately. Geely has been quietly but steadily building its reputation as a serious global player, and the new Emgrand shows just how far they've come. So buckle up, because we're going through every detail front to back, inside and out, performance, and whether this car is worth your hard-earned money. Exterior first impressions always start with the exterior, and the 2026 Emgrand wastes no time making a statement. The front is dominated by Geely's new signature grille, which has grown bolder and wider than before. It stretches confidently across the nose, framed by sharp LED headlights that carry a futuristic, almost European vibe. The daytime running lights cut through with the razor-like design, giving the car an assertive face that feels way more premium than you'd expect in this class. The bumper integrates a large lower intake with subtle chrome touches, balancing sportiness with elegance. It doesn't scream aggression like some of its rivals, but it has that modern, sophisticated presence that tells you Geely is aiming higher than just budget buyers. Moving to the side, the proportions are clean and balanced. You get a stretched wheelbase that makes the Emgrand look more like a mid-size sedan, even though it technically plays in the compact category. There's a sharp character line that runs straight from the front fender through the door handles and tapers off into the rear lights, adding a sense of motion even when the car is parked. The roofline is slightly sloped, giving it a sleek fastback feel without compromising rear headroom too much. Geely has paid attention to the details here: flush door handles on higher trims, polished alloys ranging from 16 to 18 inches depending on the version, and just enough chrome around the windows to give it an upscale vibe. It's the kind of side profile that makes you do a double take and think, wait, this is a Geely? At the back, the Emgrand keeps things consistent with a clean but stylish design. The taillights are full-width LED units that stretch across the trunk, connected by a thin light bar that glows at night with a premium effect. The bumper has a sporty lower diffuser-like element, with fake exhaust outlets neatly disguised but still adding to the aesthetic appeal. What I like is that Geely didn't go over the top with unnecessary sharp edges or oversized spoilers. Instead, it's a restrained, classy design that feels mature. The overall impression is of a sedan that doesn't try too hard but nails the balance between modern styling and timeless appeal. Interior now. Stepping inside, this is where Geely has truly pulled out all the stops for 2026. The cabin feels like it belongs in a car priced a segment above. The dashboard is minimalistic but rich in design, with a large central touchscreen at 10.25 inches on the standard models and a whopping 12.3 inches on the higher trims. It's paired with a fully digital instrument cluster that can be customized with different layouts, giving drivers a premium digital experience. The steering wheel has a flat bottom design with tactile buttons that don't feel cheap, and the overall layout is driver-focused without overwhelming you with unnecessary complexity. Material quality is where the Emgrand surprises the most. Soft touch surfaces dominate the upper dash and door panels, leather upholstery is available on higher trims, and even the stitching patterns look carefully considered. Ambient lighting runs across the dash and doors, elevating the nighttime experience inside the cabin. Space is generous. A rear legroom is more than adequate for a compact sedan, and the sloping roof line doesn't intrude as much as you'd expect. The seats themselves are supportive, with good bolstering for the driver and plenty of comfort for long drives. And yes, Geely has packed in the tech: wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a wireless charging pad, multiple USB-C ports, and a decent sound system that can be upgraded to a premium setup depending on the trim. Overall, this interior doesn't just compete out, it challenges some established Japanese and Korean rivals head-on. Performance-wise, the 2026 Emgrand gives buyers a couple of choices depending on the market. The most common setup is a 1.5-liter naturally aspirated engine producing around 114 horsepower and paired with either a manual or CVT gearbox. This is aimed at budget-conscious buyers who want reliability and efficiency above all else. But Geely has also introduced a 1.5-liter turbocharged variant that pushes out about 181 horsepower, and that transforms the Emgrand into something much more lively. Paired with the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, this engine delivers smooth power delivery, quicker acceleration, and a far more engaging drive. For those markets leaning towards electrification, Geely is also preparing a hybrid version that combines the 1.5 engine with an electric motor to maximize fuel economy and lower emissions, and early reports suggest it's going to be one of the most efficient options in its class. On the road, the Emgrand feels solid. The suspension setup strikes a balance between comfort and handling, absorbing bumps well without turning into a floaty ride. Steering feedback isn't razor sharp, but it's precise enough for daily driving and highway cruising. Noise insulation has also improved significantly, with less road and wind noise creeping into the cabin compared to earlier models. This is a car designed to make commutes and long trips pleasant, and it does so with confidence. When it comes to safety, Geely has packed the Emgrand with features. Higher trims come with advanced driver assistance systems like adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, and autonomous emergency braking. 6 airbags, ABS, and electronic stability control are standard across the range. This puts the Emgrand in line with global safety expectations, making it not just stylish and comfortable, but also a reassuring place to be. Now, the big question of price. Geely has built its reputation around offering value, and the Emgrand continues that tradition. In most markets, the base model starts around $15,000 to $17,000, which is aggressive considering what you're getting. Step up to the turbocharged or hybrid versions, and you're looking at somewhere between $20,000 and $23,000, depending on the trim and region. For a sedan that looks this good, feels this premium, and comes with this level of technology and safety, it's hard to argue against the value. Geely is clearly positioning the Emgrand to take on bestsellers from Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai, and the pricing strategy is one of its biggest weapons. So, after spending time with the 2026 Geely Emgrand, what's the verdict? This isn't just a budget sedan anymore. It's a statement that Geely has matured into a brand capable of competing globally. The design is sharp, the interior feels premium, the performance options are well-rounded, and the pricing makes it incredibly attractive. Sure, it may not have the long-term reputation of a Toyota Corolla or a Honda Civic, but if Geely continues delivering this level of quality, it's only a matter of time before buyers start trusting it in the same way. If you're in the market for a stylish, tech-loaded, and affordable sedan, the Emgrand deserves to be on your short list. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2026 Geely Emgrand. If you enjoyed this review and want more no-nonsense, real-world car content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Car Flash family. Drop a comment down below. Would you take a chance on a Geely, or would you stick to the more traditional brands? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.